Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I'll also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of news and updates usually about on Twitter X. And tomorrow I will launch a Midnight Suns episode. Not today. Still need to catch up with some backlog stuff there. I had this interruption the past couple of weeks. Due to health issues, not be able to record or even in some days talk. But yeah, I will try to catch up the best I can, see if we can wrap up Midnight Suns until the end of the year, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, I got some active gameplay series here, especially a highlight here on Monster Hunter Wilds, the beta stuff there, and again, some 4K complete game, sorry, 4K complete gameplay series and 1080p, which are the older ones. But yeah, other than that, everything seems to be fine in terms of scheduling on the videos here. Again, I will try to see if I can manage to start introducing at least a weekly episode for live streaming. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if I can manage something. But other than that, let's go to the news. Some interesting rumors here. Again, it's been circulating a little bit here regarding the NVIDIA GPU stuff. Seemingly, there's been a lot of rumors that NVIDIA is uh, basically kind of stopping RTX 40 series production, or at least reducing the production there in the anticipation of the 5000 series, which is interesting to say the least, because this might have the two effects, which one of them is maintaining or increasing the price of the 40 series, especially on the high end. Um, I think only a couple of times, for example, the 4090 managed to reach MSRP, which is very interesting by itself because it's already a very expensive GPU. Um, and even the 4080, I think only the 4080 Super managed to be on MSRP in some points here and there. But yeah, this also has some effects on the laptop stuff. And I think they are, according to this rumor and other rumors that I've been seeing here and there on several sites, is that in the lower ends, which I think again, most of the times that we get the lower end GPUs by downgrading in terms of quality checks. The higher end that doesn't pass on those quality checks can be downgraded to lower end GPUs. And in the battle of the barrel, they are the 4060s, the 4050s in some cases, which are mainly used for laptop stuff. And there is this kind of consensus that probably when the 50 the 50 series will launch, I will assume they don't have enough of the low end because they're trying to focus on the high end to be launched, being on laptop or even in the DI market on the discrete GPU side of things. And supposedly they will maintain at least the 4060 with the 5060 on the laptops. In terms of SKUs of laptops, they will maintain the lower end in conjunction these two generations here. But yeah, it seems to be giving the credence that they are turning down or ramping down the production of the 40 series in expectation that probably the 50 series will be, I don't know, announced on CES with the launch in a month or so after the announcement, give or take. And again, trying to excite the market for them to launch the 5090s, the 5080s, and all that jazz. And there are some rumors in terms of pricing. 5090 is rumored to be around $2,000. Probably the 5080, which according to rumors performs 10% better than the 4090. The 5080 10% in terms of performance above the 4090. There is again, this is for the laptops, this graph, so this is not for the DIY market. But still, the laptop GPUs, I don't know why they when they put the 5090, again, this is basically marketing purposes. I don't think the GPU chip itself can handle more than 16 gigabytes. I'm not sure how they manufacture that, but yeah, it's very interesting what they're trying to do here, which is trying to stifle a little bit the VRAM usage. We've been seeing even more games, especially on Unreal Engine 5 or in high graphic settings, the weight that VRAM can have on performance regarding, usually it's about textures or certain features that are turned on. They take more VRAM usage than than other settings. And yeah, the NVIDIA, I think the 5090 they want to put 32, I'm not sure, 24 to 30 gigabytes or 28 gigabytes, depending on the chips of the memory chips on the VRAM. But I think they want to still maintain the 5080 with 60 gigabytes, even though I think they should put at least 24 to be more, at least to attract in terms of specs themselves regarding the competition, which to a certain degree we might say they will not have a lot of competition in the high end because of how AMD is going to launch RDNA 4 or the 8000 series. We probably only get an 8800 XT, which probably will have 16 or 20 gigabytes, depending on also the memory they're going to use, the module, the chip modules there. But yeah, interesting enough, the laptop stuff here, the low end will be released in conjunction with the older stuff there in terms of laptops. So it's one of those things. Again, I don't think it's that good because in the lower end, people expect that the laptops will perform less, but at least the laptops will be cheaper. To have a requirement, a minimum requirement of playing some games in 1080p. But yeah, the 4060 itself, in terms of laptops, is not the best. Not even the 4070s. Again, laptop GPUs is it's a little bit a struggle. I think they should rename some stuff here to be more comparable to the DIY market side of things. But yeah, it's what the NVIDIA is providing, and I don't. We have to wait for CES basically to have official announcements with official numbers, so you can have a better idea. Because trusting too much on rumors sometimes it's a fail by itself. But all things are pointing to that even though they are kind of ramping down the production of 40 series, the lower end will be maintained with the 40 series and the 50 series when they launch for laptop GPUs. Yesterday, we covered the From Software acquisition, or at least the Kadokawa acquisition from Sony. And at least the Kadokawa Corporation, they did an official announcement regarding this to address the media articles, and they do confirm that Sony approached them for to receive initial intent to acquire, sorry, the company's shares. But they say no decision has been made at this time. If there are going to be any facts that should be announced in the future, they will make an announcement in a timely and appropriate manner. Again, my opinion is hopefully Sony doesn't do any kind of this. Kadokawa is not in danger of going down or something like that. I think by the fact that Kadokawa Corporation is going pretty good, at least on the gaming side, because of From Software, the Shadow of the Earth 3 and Elden Ring sales, because they are in a good position, at least on the gaming side of things. I think that is why Sony wants to acquire them. Again, some of the rumors that we might hear is mainly because, I don't know, probably they want to have more control on From Software regarding the Japanese market, and the fact that they own Bloodborne and Demon Souls. I don't know if they want to acquire, to a certain degree, indirectly, From Software to try to work on those IPs there, to make him work on those IPs, because at this moment in time they cannot mandate them to work on those IPs even if they want to. But yeah, very interesting, and in my opinion, I think the Sony should stay out of it. Um, Mostly because of the fact that the recent decisions that they made in terms of the corporate decisions, in terms of projects they invest in, they're not being coming out pretty good. Especially, we have the latest one with Concord. Yeah, um, yeah, I don't like that. Hopefully, the business will not go through. Even though, again, Sony is already have some shares on Kadokawa. I think I covered this yesterday, between 15, 16, something like that, a percentage of shares. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe 10 cent will not like too much of it and stop the deal or something like that, and things, at least for now, go as it should go, which is Kadokawa, independent of any kind of acquisitions. Um, Probably we might see Sony increasing a little bit more in terms of shareholding, but hopefully, no. That's my desire, is no. Stay away from that contaminated decision power that Sony has been having a lot lately, out of from software. Usually, this kind of that's the problem of being too good on your own field. In this case, game development. Uh, it's kind of, from software is too good for their own sake, in a certain sense, because they become a desired acquisition to a lot of companies. Hopefully, everything stays at least the same. Let them cook what they want to cook. Don't force them to work on stuff that they are not interested in. But yeah, let's see how this goes. But yeah, we got confirmation that indeed there is talks regarding acquisition of Kadokawa from Sony. Then we got also another mix-up here, Bandai Namco, which had a poor year, in terms of, I think they got some 350 millions in losses, in the overall scheme of things, because of, again, bad business decisions. Some of it is catering to the acronym mafia to a certain degree, in doing games by checklist. We got the Unknown Nine, which is a shit show, and I forgot the other one that I wanted to mention. But yeah, they got some recent decisions that didn't go well, of course. And they are now merging Bandai Namco Online. It's going to be absorbed by the main company, which is Bandai Namco Entertainment. It will happen next year, or until April 1st, 2025. Again, and Bandai Namco Online already had to shut down titles like Gundam Evolution and Brute Protocol. Gundam Evolution already shut down, and Blue Protocol will shut down by the beginning of next year, which is interesting. Again, it's when you start messing around, or as we been saying lately, you fuck around, you find out, is you do bad decisions, you take huge hits in revenue, and you start bleeding money. Then again, you start to have to reduce personnel by doing some mergers here and there, shutting down some studios, or laying off some people to try and compensate the losses there. But yeah, this will happen. A lot more, not until the end of this year. Next year, we'll see for sure some huge changes in the industry, because again, when you start doubling down and triple down on stupid, things will catch up eventually, no matter how much money that you have. Then we got yesterday Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, launched, and interestingly enough, I was not aware very well when the game was launching, if it's 2021 or something like that. But the reviews came out just a couple of hours before the official launch of the game, which again, it's not a good sign. And the reviews that I've been seeing here and there, At this moment in time, it's a no-go, so not recommended. Game has huge amounts of bugs, and even some performance issues, a lot of stutterings, some freezes. Some of the bugs, gameplay bugs, has to do with also quest progression. Some of them are bugged out, so you cannot even progress, which is not good. Uh, Most of the reviews that I saw, they didn't even manage to finish the game, mainly because of time constraints. They didn't have the opportunity, or because of bugs, or because of time constraints, to finish up the story game. In terms of story, seems okay-ish. The feeling that they have is, if it was not from the bugs and some other issues in terms of performance, and even some of them related to Unreal Engine, the fact that a lot of the performance is also due to the lack of optimizations on the game there. Um, yeah, there is a lot of issues to be at least a decent experience. I saw some stuff on Twitter that's they saying again, it's one of those games that people were waiting for, because the first trilogy of games, it's pretty old. It's has its own identity as in terms of gameplay systems, and the setup and how it plays. It's a very unique kind of game. But yeah, people are not recommending it at this moment in time. A lot of people are waiting to see if in these couple of weeks after launch, if they manage to go about and at least have a decent patch for at least performance and at least the bugs from the quest, because there are a lot of also visual bugs and all that jazz. But yeah, but it seems that there is going to be a day one patch, which is almost the file size of the main game itself, which indicates that this might be a huge patch fix. Again, we don't. I don't know, because how Unreal Engine patch, especially day one patch, works. Usually, we've been seeing a lot of huge 1 day patch here. Hopefully, this will fix the majority of the issues that I've been seeing people referencing in the reviews, or even reviews in progress. A lot of people also didn't review completely. They said at this moment in time, um, it's impossible to do a comprehensive review. Again, in terms of performance, I see like high-end spec systems, like even with 7800 X3Ds and 4090s, it's a struggle fest to reach 4K 60, even at full maxed out. Even on upscalers, different configuration, in areas that have a little bit more busy environments, like settlements and the such, it's very CPU limited, to the point that sometimes struggles to reach 60 frames per second, or at least have some consistency in the performance there, which lends to a lack of optimization. In the case of Unreal Engine games, I think the engine is very heavy on the CPU side of things, not very well optimized to work with CPU stuff, at least from the latest launches of games that we've been seeing. But yeah, at this moment, the consensus seems to be wait for the game to be patched, basically. And again, that's why you don't pre-order games. You're just passing through a message that you don't care if the game is optimized or not when you pre-order a game. And always wait for reviews and have a decent size of reviews, so you can wait in if you should or buy or not the game. And also passes the message that these pre-order bonuses here, yeah, I think it's a deceiving method, regardless of the publisher and or the developer. I don't like pre-order bonuses, because it puts the pressure and gives the passes the message to the consumer and to the buyer that you need to buy before you have a taste of it. It's like putting The same thing, you have to pre-order a GPU to get access to the full features of the GPU, or else you're going to get a downgraded product. It's basically the kind of the same mentality with that. That's why I don't like very much pre-orders and pre-order bonuses especially. But yeah, the consensus seems to be it's better to wait. Let's see if this day one patch it solves at least the majority of the issues that people are having when they're trying to review the game, to see if it is in a more playable state than at this moment in time. And then you got again. I was unaware. I thought this game Star Wars Outlaw was already launched on Steam, but I think it's going to be today, the 21st. I think it's today. But yeah, again, this game is so much on my radar that I thought it was already on Steam, but no. It is basically on the position 250 in terms of most wishlisted upcoming Steam games, which at this moment only has almost 7,000 followers just the day before it goes on sale. Again, this will not bode well. It's the continuation of confirmation that you put shitty products, you get shitty sales. And yeah, they already confirmed in the corporate speak that the game underperformed in terms of sales expectations. And again, they reference here again that earnings call where they reference underperformance sale expectation. And basically, after those questionings here, they say, I think was in preparation for the launch on Steam. On Outlaws, what we can say is that that the free title updates that we have delivered at the same time we've been observing substantial positive community sentiment improvement. I don't know where they see this, but okay, they must have a proper filter for this. The biggest update is still to come November 21st, and it will come on the same day as the first big story pack and the launch for Steam. So we are putting ourselves in a position to have a must-play game that should address a mainstream audience for the busy season. Also, to be a long-term seller, I don't think so. But yeah, you can be delusional and see for yourself in a couple of months how this is going to go. But yeah, to wrap up, it said it has great quality, and the team wanted to make sure that we will remove a few frictions. Again, frictions, it's an understatement for what the game provides there at this moment in time. But yeah, again, and don't forget the again, I'm not sure because again I didn't play the game, but the actress here, the voiceover actress, was nominated for her performance in the Game Awards. But yeah, I already talked that yesterday regarding the Game Awards nominee list. I went through that yesterday. But yeah, this is what I got for you today. Not a lot of good news, but hopefully it will get better throughout the weekend. Again, there is a lot of good games out there, and I will go through some of them as some gaming deals. Again, on Epic Game Store, for free, you still have Castlevania the Anniversary Collection. For my time zone, you still have around 7 hours or so from date of publishing to get this pack here. But on Steam, we got still decent reviews here for Remnant 2. Again, it's not a game for me for sure, but it's been improving from what I understand. And it's 50% off. So if you want to play with your friends, I think it's not a bad idea to start off here with a half price here. We still have also the Other Worlds, 50% off on the base game, and if you want to try out this expansion pass, the non-mandatory corporate sponsor bundle seems to be the way to go there. We got also Spiritfarer Feral Edition. Again, this seems to be a pretty interesting game. It's one of those that I really want to try out one of these days, and you got a demo to try out if you're not sure if this game is for you, and is 85% off. And lastly, on Steam, we still have, again, Midnight Suns, stamp of approval for my part. I've been having a blast playing this game. Again, the only nitpick that I have from this game is the exploration of the. Oh my god, I forgot the name. The exploration on the church, or the not the church, the home base game, the home base spaces around the exploration activities. It's a little bit clunky, but serviceable. Other than that, I really do enjoy playing that game, and it's 85% off on the base game, almost finishing up. So until the kind of almost by the end of my day. But yeah, I think this is a very good game here. Then we got on GOG, we got Children of Morta Complete Edition, kind of roguelike, isometric, pixel art style kind of a thing here. Pretty good reviews all over the place, and it's 70% off. We got Dredge, overwhelming positive reviews all over the place, and it's 40% off here on GOG. Then we got the Metro franchise bundle if you like post-apocalyptic stuff there. This is more like linear shooter kind of a gameplay here, but a pretty good trilogy overall, and it's 84% off. Then we got Prey, again, another step of approval for my part. If you want to just try out the base game, it's even cheaper, $3 or so. And if you're not sure if this game is for you, you can check out my gameplay series, at least the first episode, so you can have a good idea what this game is all about. Again, I really did enjoy playing this game. Very underrated, but unfortunately the studio is already closed. Then we got the Talos Principle, kind of that 3D puzzle thing here. It's very well known, overwhelming positive feedback here. Now the gold edition, which is got all the puzzles, I think, 85% off, very cheap here. Then we got also then Wolfenstein. This is the 2-pack, which got the Old Blood and how is it called? The New Order games. 75% off, and then we got the sequel from both of them, which is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. This is the ultra super duper edition, which has the season pass here, 85% off. Again, the GOG pretty good. You don't have any kind of the online shenanigans, so no activation on online connection required to play. You just pay, download, and then play the game basically. But yeah, with all that said, I'm going to wrap up here with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. The extra support is more in line for me to try and get around the better storage solution so I can have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients. And of course, some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.